Hello, West Virginia Baptist family. I'm David Holm, and we'd like to welcome you to Family Talks. My guest today is Jerry Losh. Jerry is the Minister of Senior Adults at First Baptist Hurricane, and Jerry is certainly no stranger to our West Virginia Baptist Convention family. So, Jerry, welcome today.
Good to be here with you, David.
Senior Adult Ministry is a wonderful opportunity for you to reach out, and not just in your community, but around the state. And we're going to be talking about some of those things today, but just tell us a little bit about senior adult ministry in general, or senior adult ministry during this particular kind of crazy time in which we're living.
Well, it has been a crazy time with the pandemic, and we've certainly had to make some adjustments and changes, not only in our local church ministries, but our state also.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, we've had to postpone and cancel out our last two Golden Ears conferences. And that is our opportunity. Golden Ears, we meet twice a year, an opportunity to get seniors from around the state to come and share and just be a time of Bible study and fellowship and enjoyment together. And so we were sorry we had to do that. We missed out on that. But we do have plans for this coming year. We're planning now for our next Golden Ears Conference in May 10th, 11th, and 12th of 2021. And Reverend Mark Gerald will be our Bible study leader. We have just a great time of excitement of fellowship together, with music and games and just lots of good food. And so we hope that many folks will come. But I know in the churches, it has really been different with all the changes going on. But I think there's probably been a change in senior adult ministry long before the pandemic hit. Because seniors, I think today, are so much different than they were of years past, when we think of of our parents and maybe how the church ministered to them. I think it's very important to know that the seniors today, I think, I'm not putting our parents down or anyone else down, but I think they're better educated. I think they're healthier. They have resources available that they want to do more. And so I think our churches, in many cases, are losing or missing, I guess, the opportunity to really allow the seniors to share in ministry and for the church to minister to them. So I think it's a different area. And the church just needs to realize that seniors are so different today. And they want to help. They want to do things. They're not like some of, when I think of my dad passed away when he was 75 years old, but he was not, the 75 of today. When you look at 75-year-olds today, you don't find them in the rocking chair sitting on the front porch, but they're out on the bike trails. They're out on the softball field, the pickleball court. They're out doing things. And I think our churches need to look into that area. The church has been so concerned, rightfully so, about the millennials and the Gen Xers and all of that. But I think they're missing a great opportunity with seniors. And, I just think we have that before us, and the challenge for churches to tap in on the resource of the seniors of today.
I was talking to a pastor the other day who has a very young church in terms of age of the people that come. And he was saying to me that, man, he said, I would give anything to have a whole group of senior adults in my church so that these young Christians could learn from them. And that's such a great opportunity that I think, not just in the sense of us ministering to seniors, but an opportunity for seniors to minister and to mentor to these young people who are or in church. There's just a great wealth of things that they can learn about living in general, but also about the faith. And I just think that maybe churches miss out on that opportunity sometimes.
I agree. I agree. Well, I think we have to realize that there are 2/3 of the people that have ever turned 65 years old that are living today.
Mm-hmm.
2/3 of them. We have such a generation now that that we are not tapping into, and adults that represent the 65-year-old age as far as the population. Back in the 1900s, we represented about 2%. Well, today it's more like 22% of the people that are 65 and older. And so we have quite a number within our own population that sometimes we miss out on.
I know sometimes technology, we assume, is going to be a real challenge for seniors. And I know for some seniors it is. However, I think sometimes we sell senior adults a little bit short on the technology end, because I've seen them online, I've seen them on Facebook, I've seen them even in Zoom meetings. And so tell me a little bit about that, seniors and technology. How does that work today?
Well, it's kind of like many other things. It's certainly a variety. We have some that are very up on the technological area, and they're able to do all the things you've just mentioned. And then there are others that are very challenged in that area. So what we have tried to do in the local church is we've tried to meet both of them, so that we do a little bit from the technological side of it, and we do Facebooking. We've done some Zoom things with the seniors, and knowing that many of them aren't up on that, so we try to meet the needs in other ways too. So it is a challenge, particularly today, with not a lot of our seniors coming out to activities. I know at the local church we've had to just stop doing many of the things we do, because with seniors, one of the main components of getting together is food. Yeah. And we want to come to eat, and we want to, for our Bible studies and all the seminars, all the workshops, the things that we have some food, and we've been staying away from all of that. So that's just cut us back in times being together, because seniors, one of the things they enjoy, they want to be together. They love getting together, and the fellowship and just the camaraderie that they can have there and sharing with one another is very important to them. And so they miss that. And so I think the live streaming with our services and some of the things that we've been doing have been very important for them, but they miss being out because so many of them are not maybe up to date on all the ways that they can stay in contact with Facebook and other things like that.
I know some churches are making a real intentional effort to reach out to seniors during this time, to maybe check in on them regularly, to see if they need anything, to offer to go to the grocery store, and those types of things. Anything going on in your area that you might add to those things, that churches could reach out to seniors?
Well, we are continuing to do that also. We have a committee that we have our seniors divided up into, that particularly our shut-ins. We have a number of homebound that are not able to get out even in the good times. So we have a committee that takes care of contacting them, see what needs they have. And we've been doing that also with our seniors that just haven't been able to be out, making contacts. But most of our seniors have been able to take care of themselves and are getting out some, but have not all of them are getting back to church yet. We're trying to do the safe thing here with the mask and social distancing with our services here. And our attendance is picking up a little bit each week, but some of our seniors are playing it safe and waiting a little bit. So I think we're doing some of the things that many churches are doing, just making some follow-up and contacts with them, particularly in the earlier stages of this and the spring. We were doing more of that. Now I think people are getting out a little more, but they're just wanting to stay safe and not get into large crowds. But, we're helping out where we can there.
Great. Well, before we go today, tell us again the dates for the Spring Golden Ears Conference, just so people can go ahead and write that down on their calendar.
Yeah, that's May 10, 11, and 12. May the 10th, we'll kick off. We start at noon with lunch, and we finish up Wednesday just a little bit before lunch. And so it's Monday through Wednesday, 2 nights at Parchment Valley. And we just have a great time. And I think once they would come, they would enjoy it. And I think they would want to come back again. So hopefully they can put that on their calendar and check that out. And one other thing, if I can share,
sure.
Corrine Villers and I have been kind of checking out an area of ministry that we would like to, we were hoping to kick off this fall, but with all the pandemic, we were not dealing with grandparents. And the topic would be Grandparents Matter. It has a workshop that goes with it, and we would like to present that maybe to a couple churches first, and then move on to maybe other parts of the region to where we could bring some different associations together, because there's so many grandparents today that are either watching their grandchildren or they are involved with raising their grandchildren. And so the grandparents need to realize that next to the parents themselves, they have the most influence on those children. And so we want to give them the opportunity and give them some resources of knowing how to share their faith with their grandchildren when they have them there. So I think this is going to be an exciting thing. We were hoping to kick it off this fall, but we're now going to have to wait till possibly next spring. But I just wanted to give them something to be looking forward to, particularly any of the grandparents out there that have grandchildren that they either are able to be around a lot, or even if they're not keeping them in their home, they may be around them a lot. And we want to give them some resources to be able to help share their faith with the grandchildren. So because of the influences that they have. So I think that'll be a good program for us this coming year as we look forward to some activities then.
And that's wonderful. And I know there'll be more about that as it gets closer. And certainly if you have questions about any of that, you can give Corrine Villers a call, and she would be more than happy to fill you in on some of those things, or maybe how you can be involved. And I'm sure if someone has some, I don't know, questions about just seniors in general, if they wanted to give you a call, would that be all right?
That would be wonderful. I'd love that.
You can find Jerry's contact information at First Baptist Church Hurricanes website, and great opportunity to talk to you today. And I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate you sharing with us, and I appreciate what you do, not just at the church, but throughout the state. I can't end this without saying, I know I mentioned at the beginning that you're no stranger to the West Virginia Baptist Convention. You've filled a lot of roles in our convention family, from BCM to just about anything you can imagine. And so, Jerry, we really, really do appreciate you and what you have done in leadership roles in our convention family. And I thank you so much for joining us today. So for the rest of you, I hope to see you next time on Family Talks.